Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this beautiful money-making Wednesday here at Pick Dawgz Morning Show. We're live 365, just to let you guys know our thoughts, opinions, and how we see today's action playing out. I got a good crew of guys here with me today to help us break down today's action. Ron, Ashley, Tony, and we got some college hoops, some NHL, some NBA. So let's break it down. Ron, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, Jay. After my amazing Tuesday morning show as the host, I decided to surrender the host chair to my friend Jay for today's show. But happy to go over today's card. You got a giant card in the NBA, college hoops as well, and coming off a 9-0 Islanders victory yesterday. I'm pretty happy. That was fun to watch as an Islander fan.
Man, shout out to my Islanders, man. Built to ass. That's what we like to call it. Ashley, good morning. How are you?
Morning, guys. I'm doing pretty well. Ron, I had the Islanders in Ashley's Edge yesterday, so I was happy to see that.
There we go.
But yeah, I only had one premium play yesterday, cashed in with the Flyers. I've been doing well in hockey. I'm seeing the board well these days, 12-3 in my last 15. Overall, just doing pretty well this week too, 16-6 overall. So having a good week and feeling good heading into today.
Let's keep it rolling. Let's do it. Tony T, good morning to you, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Looking to bounce back here. These UCLA Bruins did me dirty yesterday. I thought they'd bounce back. I didn't think Wisconsin had the interior defense to slow them down. But this Bruins team, these teams from the Pac-12 better learn how to recruit for the Big Ten because they're just too weak in the paint, and they like the perimeter shooting. They just don't have. They need to just recruit these big guys, these big bodies. I'm not saying they're NBA type players, but they need help of that interior defense and interior scoring if they're going to compete in the Big Ten. I'm sick and tired of hearing the complaints about traveling. It's not the traveling, it's the recruiting.
Fair enough. For me, I'm coming off another winning night. I still haven't had a losing day in 2026. So, cool thing about that. I lost my NBA top play. I had the Mavs land the points. They won, just didn't win by margin. The Kings actually decided to play basketball last night. I did cash in college hoops, though. That was good. I had the Gators with a second half from them. So that was cool. Also at Tech. So been doing really well in college hoops of recent. So just trying to stay hot there. And NBA, been picking up the pieces. I got a little greedy. I had Pacers money line, even though they should have won that game. They should have won that damn game. And Grizzlies did winning that game. So shout out to them. Spurs back in action tonight. They got the Lakers. So talk about them here momentarily, y'all. But we got a decent card. Y'all ready to jump into today's action?
We are, Jay. But I got to ask you a question here about the trade rumors swirling about your Mavs and Warriors. Looks like Kuminga. Would you welcome Kuminga in there in a trade? Moving possibly Davis? That's the big rumor right now swirling the NBA.
I don't buy it. Everybody, Anthony Davis is attached to everybody right now. The Hawks, the Warriors, I saw maybe even the Celtics, like any contending team that needs a big, which is all of them, seeing rumors about Anthony Davis trades. I think the Mavs are waiting for the right one. Like Kuminga's not a needle mover style player. So I don't think the Mavs are not just looking to move Anthony Davis to move him. They genuinely believe they could wait till Kyrie gets back and see what Kyrie, Anthony Davis, and Cooper Flag look like. And that's probably the best outcome rather than just pull the trigger on any low-hanging fruit trade. So I kind of think that's what we see. There's a really good – if I had to put my money on it, I would say Anthony Davis doesn't get traded at all and stays in Dallas, at least until the offseason.
There's also talk they may attach Green to Kuminga in a deal.
Yeah, I don't see it. That's Warriors hopefuls talking, not actual.
Trying to stir it.
That does nothing for Dallas. So we'll see how it all plays out. But I always love this time of year talking trades and hypotheticals and what could happen. I kind of chilled after, the Luka trade because I never thought that would happen. So you just never know.
Never know. We could always see LeBron get moved for all we know.
You just never know. But all right, y'all. Let's start our day in the National Hockey League Association. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Not a huge card over there today, just 5 games. We got the Stars in action. I don't know what the hell they got going on. I told y'all yesterday, everybody was like, ooh, Jay's not on the Stars. It's the Stars finna win. I don't know, man. This team playing like garbage. And in Carolina, it's not a good place to try to bounce back. So shout out them Hurricanes yesterday. Stars, they're now tonight in Washington. They got the Capitals. Capitals minus 125. We got the Canadiens and the Flames. We got the St. Louis Blues and the Chicago Blackhawks, the Senators and the Mammoth, and Ashley's team, the Sharks, out on the road facing the Kings. Romanelli, what you looking at?
I don't love a ton in the NHL tonight, but I'm still holding on to my Canadians to miss the playoffs ticket. Big favorite tonight, but Calgary, despite losing the last couple of games, they've still been playing their better hockey in the last month or so, playing with revenge in this game, coming off the loss to the Kraken, but they had a big-time shots for advantage, 42 shots, a lot of opportunities. I think this time we see the luck go their way, and at a great price, I'll take Calgary in a revenge spot.
There you go, from Ron, taking the Calgary Flames out on the road. Absolutely, what you looking at today in hockey?
Yeah, I actually don't love the card today either, to be honest. I do have one premium play going. Looking at the other ones, I'll probably lean Senators here over Utah. Mammoth's penalty kill has just been absolutely terrible, and Senators offense has been turning it on a little bit over the last few games, so I'd probably lean Ottawa. And then, I don't know what is going on with the Stars right now. Obviously, I think they're going to break this losing streak, sooner rather than later. However, I don't know if tonight's going to be the night, honestly. It's a back-to-back for them. Both Ottinger and Smith saw the net last night. So I just don't think this is another good spot for them. I think Washington could probably take this. Honestly, I'd probably look at the over in that game more than a side. Washington's defense hasn't been great either. So I'd probably take the over in that game. But yeah, other than that, don't really love too much going on tonight's board.
Man. T, what you looking at today?
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Actually, I like the over in the Stars and the and Washington here. We're seeing this Washington team really struggling here, giving up 4 goals per game over their past 5, 33 shots on goal. Both teams 4-1 to the over their past 5. Go over in that one, Dallas and Washington.
I would go Stars today. Today's the day they break it. Just weird like that. In Carolina, though, in Washington, yeah, I do think I think we are better than Washington, and now getting plus money in this spot. I know it's not favorable back into the back-to-back with travel. We got aired out yesterday. Today's the day, though. I'm not afraid of Washington whatsoever. So I do like the Stars, and I like that I'm getting plus money. And then I would kind of think about attacking plus money with the Sharks, too. I'm just taking the better team at a really good price. That's it. That's all. I mean, they rolling right now. Them Kings, yeah, they're comfortable at home. They've won a couple games in a row over the Smudges, a.k.a. the Wild. But both of these games between these two teams have been competitive this season. I know the Kings won the first one, but the Sharks won the next one. And it's the last meeting between them. I expect the game to be just like the first two. So might as well attack a really nice plus money price. It's kind of my thoughts here. With a team playing really well. Shout out San Jose, man. Let's go Sharks. All right. Let's talk some college hoops. Let's go to Ron's land. Let's get that shit out the way, like I like to say.
Hey. Careful there.
No, I'm actually enjoying college hoops right now. I'm hot, so let's keep it rolling. We got Furman and Chattanooga to start the day. Holy Cross, Lehigh, Loyola, Maryland, Army, UNC Greensboro, Wofford, Indiana, Maryland, Charleston Southern, Winthrop, UConn, Providence. Let's see, St. Bon's, Richmond, Spitus, Duquesne versus St. Joseph's, aka Duckanese. Presbyterian, Radford, Miami, Wake Forest, Xavier, Marquette, Stanford, Virginia Tech. Let's see what else is in there. Missouri, Kentucky. Kentucky laying 13.5 in that one. Oklahoma, Mississippi State. Mississippi State 1.5-point home favorites in that one. PFW Changs versus the Penguins. Youngstown State. Rice, Wichita State. And FAU, UAB. And Creighton, Villanova. So I stopped right before 8 Eastern. Ashley, we start with you. Kind of splitting the card in two. Kind of. The back end of the card got more of the bigger games, so that's kind of how I did it.
Yeah, I'm only looking at 2 college games today. It's only 1 in this first slot. Missouri, Kentucky. I like the points with Mizzou here, coming off a really good game against Florida. Their offense has been really sharp. I just think it's too many points for Kentucky to be laying. Just had a rough one against Alabama. I do think they'll win, but I just don't think they'll be able to pull ahead quite. I think you said 13. I think that's just too much for them to lay. So I'll take the points with Missouri here.
Mizzou Tigers. Tony T, what you looking at?
Yeah, I agree with the line move on VCU against St. Louis. I'll look at VCU in this spot in conference play, second in offensive efficiency, strong shooting inside, great at the free throw line. They're forcing turnovers. St. Louis in conference play has turned the ball over a little too much. They don't force them defensively. Rams have shot 50% or greater in 5 straight. And Bilkins on the road have struggled from 3. So I'll look at VCU laying it there. And I'll also look at Northern Iowa here, laying it the short number against Belmont. Belmont's been kind of a disappointment for me a little bit in conference play after that strong start in the non-conference. Looking at the Panthers here in the Missouri Valley, third in effective field goal shooting. They hit their threes. Belmont struggles defensively in the conference, getting 39% from 3. They're at the bottom of the conference and turning the ball over again. I don't like backing these teams that turn the ball over. Just don't like to do that, especially on the road. They don't make their free throws. Panthers have covered 5 of 6 with strong defense, and they defend the three-point line very well at home. I'll look at Northern Iowa there in that spot.
For me, in this first slot, give me the Blue Jays, give me Creighton plus the points. They should have beat Seton Hall the other day. I don't know what happened in that second half. They just fell apart. Pissed me off. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say they win this game. I think they go into Nova and win it. I know Nova playing well right now, but it's not like they just play great competition. It's not like they're playing well, but it's not like, oh my God, look at Villanova. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And I think Creighton in a little bounce back spot coming off a game they should have won, should be a little more extra motivated. I like them getting 6.5 in my back pocket. And if you got a little extra cash, I ain't mad at you sprinkling on the money line for the Creighton Blue Jays. It's kind of my thoughts in that game. I like Mississippi State over Oklahoma. I think them favored in this game tells you what you need to know. I typically like betting Oklahoma, more so in Norman, though. I think this is a good spot. Still kind of early in conference play where I like attacking, especially in the Big 12 home teams. And I think it's a good spot for Mississippi State. SEC, sorry. I don't know why I just said Big 12 instead of thinking Oklahoma. Let's see. That's really it for me here in this first slide. I like a lot more in the back end. Ron?
I agree with you on Mississippi State. I thought it was a pretty brutal start to the season for them, but they've been playing their best basketball now, and I don't love the fact they're coming off the overtime win, a bit of a letdown spot after that road victory, but I still think they're the better side here, and I think Oklahoma, their record a little bit inflated. They played the 310th ranked strength of schedule. They really played nobody, not a lot of games on the road, and they had one road win over Wake Forest, but then one road blowout loss to Gonzaga. I think Mississippi State just too good defensively in that one, so I'll take Mississippi State. I also like Marquette. Marquette I actually thought played competitive against UConn. They down the stretch gave up some points, but I thought defensively they look really strong. And, Xavier is really a one-dimensional offensive team. Take a lot of threes, make a lot of threes. Marquette's actually pretty good against a three-point ball, and they held UConn about 20% from the perimeter in that last game. So I think Marquette, this is not going to have a lot of opportunities to win a lot of conference games this year, especially by margin. This is one of those rare opportunities, though. I think they get the win and cover. And then I take Wake Forest, cheap price. I think Miami is much improved this year compared to last year, one of the worst teams in power basketball. This is a program headed in the right direction, but this is just a tough spot Played a lot of games at home recently, 5 straight home games. Now you go on the road against a Wake Forest team I think is better than its record. They played a tough schedule. They played Michigan. They played Texas Tech in non-conference play. Now I think they're battle-tested enough coming off a nice performance to pick up a win at home. I'll take Wake Forest at the cheap price.
Fair enough, man. We move on to the second half of the slot. We got, starting with a pretty nice game, we got Iowa State Cyclones out on the road facing Baylor. Cyclones laying 4.5 in that one. Valpo, Illinois State, the Salukis and UIC, Murray State, Evansville, South Florida, North Texas. Purdue is laying 17.5 on Washington. Arizona's laying 17.5 on Kansas State. BYU versus Arizona State. Vandy versus Alabama. Vandy laying 4.5 in that one. Arkansas versus Ole Miss. Arkansas 4.5-point road favorites. Virginia laying 12.5 on Cal. Clemson 4.5-point home favorites over SMU. Drake versus Bradley. I don't like Drake. Utah, Colorado, and Grand Canyon versus Boise to close it on out. Tony T, how you feeling to close out college hoops?
Yeah, close out college hoops. I'm going to go in late with this Colorado Buffs team here. Colorado is 52nd in the nation in offensive efficiency, secure the basketball, hit their threes. Utah's really struggled offensively here on the glass, and in the defense, they're also poor defensively on the glass. They don't force turnovers, and their road form has been pretty poor this year. I'll look here at the Buffs to get it done. Also, this Grand Canyon Boise State. Remember, Grand Canyon is now in the Mountain West Conference, so take note of that. A road win at Wyoming, pretty impressive there. After we saw what Wyoming did at UNLV yesterday, 82-70. This Grand Canyon team, very strong 2-point shooting team, defends the three pretty well here. And I think it's just a little too many points to give a Boise State team coming off a very controversial 3 overtime loss there against San Diego State. That is a lot of controversy there. Go back and look at the recap of watch the highlights there. But that took a lot out of them in that spot. But again, this is a team, Boise State, that can't make threes. They don't force turnovers. You got to put pressure on the ball in college hoops, because if you do that, you're going to force a lot of turnovers, get a lot of easy buckets. But when you don't force turnovers, you don't put good ball pressure. I like to go against those teams. So I'll take Grand Canyon plus the points.
I second that. I like Grand Canyon plus the points in that as well. Not really much more for me to add. I think Tony broke it down pretty well. I like this SMU team, and I think that's the sharp chaser game of the day. I think everybody and their mama finna be on Clemson today, thinking they so smart. The unranked team favored over the ranked team, and SMU still coming there and win that damn game outright. I just think they're a better team. That's just my thoughts. So maybe it's a little homerish in there for me, but SMU been cashing me out. They cashed me out over the weekend. They played well. I was on them. And I just see no reason to not take them today. So that's kind of my thoughts. Pony up, man. Pony up. I like Vandy against Alabama. That's a game I do think Vandy's up and over a bucket favorite in that game for a good reason. I'm interested to see what Alabama looks like on the road, and I think this is the game that stamps Vandy. Vandy been turned, man. Ever since Vandy been able to just come out and outright pay people, they've been turned in football and basketball. Turn me up, Commodores. Give me them laying the 4.5. I also like Arizona against Kansas State. Arizona's that damn good. Kansas State is that damn bad. The talent gap between these two teams is that significant. That's why you see that line that damn big. Give me Arizona. And that's what I like in the back end of this line. Right.
For me, there's a lot of games where the line is pretty much where I think it should be. That Boise State game, it's a tough spot for Boise coming off that overtime game, like Tony mentioned. I'm like the president of the Boise State fan club. I've backed them and defended them plenty of times this year, but I wouldn't tell you that's a great spot. I think they're, especially laying all those points, I would probably lean Grand Canyon. I gave out Davidson on the bank on the bank shot breakdown. I gave out Davidson. I think they match up really well with Loyola Chicago. No doubting Loyola Chicago is playing its best basketball of the year. A couple outright wins and then a close game against Dayton, but this is just not the right matchup for him. I think Davidson at a cheap price takes care of business. That Alabama Vanderbilt game is going to be a great game to watch. It's kind of a clash of styles. I'm not concerned with Alabama on the road. Like, they're not going to be intimidated. This is a team that's played the toughest overall schedule in college basketball. They faced St. John's, Purdue, Illinois, Gonzaga, Clemson, Arizona. They played basically everybody, and they played neutral sites. They played true road games. They have the offense to keep it up. The defense is not so great. Can that defense be good enough to cover this pretty sizable spread? I think so. Honestly, if I had to choose the points or the money line, I might even go money line to get plus money because this Alabama offense is that potent. If it has a huge day, which we've seen plenty of times, them score in the hundreds, they could beat anybody. So I'll take Alabama money line. I'll go take a shot there.
You hating on Vandy. It's okay. You just hate him. You don't learn today. Commodores. Ashley, how you feeling?
I'm looking at this Purdue-Washington game. I will lay the big points with Purdue here. They're at home where they've been so dominant all year. I mean, they're dominant across the board. So good on both sides of the ball. I think Washington struggled a little bit defensively against good offenses, and they've also struggled on the road. So I know it's a big spread, but Purdue's winning by almost 20 points a game on average, and they've covered 8 of their last 10. So I'm going to lay the big points and roll with Purdue.
Game we didn't talk about that I know I should talk about is that Iowa State Baylor. Man, y'all. I want to be on Iowa State so bad, but this is a game I feel like I know better, so I'm just trying my best not to bet it. You know, I just want me to be completely honest. I'd say I favor home teams in the Big 12, and I don't think Baylor's that good this season, but this is that barometer game for them. This is the put up or shut up game for Baylor, I feel like. So I kind of don't want to be against them in the put up or shut up game. Like, if they win this game, then they got all the confidence in the world moving forward to go and fix their season, you know. But if they get aired out here, then goodbye, Baylor. You're done. You're cooked, finito. So, but it also could be somewhere in between. So I think Iowa State's head and shoulders better than Baylor. I want to bet Iowa State, but I feel like I know better, so I'm going to leave it alone. That's my thoughts in it.
So you think poaching the G League it won't move the needle whatsoever for Baylor?
Yes, but that's setting a bad precedent in college hoops, you know. So we'll see. This ain't even college hoops no more. This is minor league basketball.
Well, they need it. You know, actually, the NBA was upset. Actually, college basketball was upset that they did produce the G League because they felt that was going to be a threat to college basketball. So I see no problem with it. I think, I think college basketball would love just to see the G League eliminated because pissed off a lot of people.
I 100% agree.
I mean, I'm not really just against it. It's just funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Because now the floodgates are going to open.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right, let's go to the last thing for the day. We can talk a little football at the end if y'all want to, because I won't really see y'all two for the remainder. And we got a crazy 5-day stretch starting tomorrow. Can't wait. Well, let's talk some hoops first, man. Let's go to the hardwood. We got the Nuggets and the Celtics. Celtics 9.5-point favorites in this one. We got the Bulls, your Chicago Bulls, 10.5-point road dogs in Detroit. Charlotte, them Hornets, near and dear to our heart, cashed us out the other night. Do we go back to them? Are they being disrespected? We'll discuss. Wizards, Sixers laying 13.5. How many is there tonight? 12. Well, we can do 6 and 6. We got Pelicans, Hawks. Hawks laying 10.5 in this one, and Nets. Magic. Nets, short home dog, 2-point home dog in this thing. I'm up first. Okay. Let's see, man. These first 6, I can't step in front of them Celtics right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Won't. They hooping all too well to try to get cute and step in front of them. Jaylen Brown balling, Derek White balling. They starting to look like the old Celtics. Jason Tatum, who? Man, give me Boston laying the points in this one. I know the Nuggets have been okay. They've been, decent without Jokic, but this is a game they really gonna miss him, especially out on the road. Lean Pistons in this one. The Bulls just not that good of a team. I really don't love tonight's NBA. As of right now, I just have one play. I'll probably add a couple of more. And one that I'm thinking about adding is, bro, Hornets. Let's bro, come on, man. Like cashing us out. I gotta stay with them. I gotta stay with them. I think I said the other day, I think I want to fade them in this game. Nah, I think I'm walking that back. They just playing too well, and especially offensively. And when I think of, I don't think if Charlotte is gonna play this well offensively, the Raptors do not have the offense to keep up, especially not in Charlotte. So the question I think I'm asking myself, and I think you should ask yourself if you're gonna bet this game tonight, is do you think this is the night Charlotte's offense falls off a cliff? And the answer to that question for me is no. So I'm sticking to the Hornets +2 and straight up on the money line. See what happens. Ron?
Yeah, I mean, situationally speaking, not a great spot for Charlotte. They are playing great ball, but you can't expect them to hit 51% from three on 19 made threes like they did against OKC. Now, I will say their defense has stepped it up too. It's not just the offense. I mean, I think that they've made strides in both areas, but I still think the situational handicapper me gotta roll with the Raptors after the big upset win like that for Charlotte. It's just too good of a spot at too cheap of a price for Toronto. And I would lean towards the Bulls. Detroit's also playing good ball. I like the Knicks in that last game against Detroit, but then Josh Hart was announced out and the line plummeted. I think Detroit ended as either a 1-point dog or 1-point favorite, and they won by 31. It was just ugly, but I think Chicago matches up a little bit better, and I think we see a closer game decided by a couple of possessions, but not by the 11. So I'll take the points.
Okay. Ashley, how you feeling these first 6?
Yeah, I agree with you, Jay, on both of these. I'm going to lay the points with the Celtics here. They're just firing on all cylinders. They're just the better team right now, covering better. Denver's beat up. I think the line's pretty telling, honestly. So I will lay the points with Boston. And then I'm also on Charlotte here. I agree with what Ron's saying. Obviously, it's a perfect letdown spot. But I think coming back home after a road trip, got that big win. They're playing well. Toronto has not covered well as favorites this year, 9-14 ATS on the season. And again, I think the line's telling here too. Charlotte's 9 games behind them. They're only getting 2 here. So I'll take Charlotte as well.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Ron's right. That's why I said the other day. I said it the other day. This is the perfect spot to fade them. But when I saw the line, when I saw the 2, now that we here, I can't hit that Raptors button. I'm hitting that Charlotte button. We'll see. Tony, how you feeling first 6 tonight in the NBA?
Wow, yeah. Look at this move on the Philly game. Give me the points in the Wizards. I don't know, somehow, some way they figured out defense. Now, will this be a long term? Will it be for a stretch? I don't know. But they've been shooting the ball very well over the past 2 weeks, 49%, 39% from 3, holding teams at 44% shooting. Sixers are playing defense like the Wizards used to. How do you lose that game to Denver? My God, Denver was sitting everybody, and they could not win that game in overtime. That was an ugly loss there. I'll look at the Wizards here. I know it's a back-to-back spot, but man, I just can't back a Philly team that's playing this many points, that's playing this horrible defense. I'll take Washington here plus the points. I agree with Charlotte here. Toronto just can't make threes. They're in a 3-point shooting slump over the past 2 weeks at 31%. We know Hornets hitting from 2, hitting from 3. They've covered 4 straight with good shooting. Raptors have covered as well, 4 or 5 with good defense. So I'll look here at taking the points there with Charlotte in that one.
There we go. All right. This one didn't get talked about. I lean Hawks. They've been the death of me. And it's hard to really come up with a reason to lay 10.5. But if there was a spot where they should win by 10.5, it's tonight. Wake up, Hawks. Come on, man. Wake up. All right. Let's see. We got the Clippers 5-point dogs in New York. We got the Thunder Buddies laying 17.5 on the Jazz. We got the Suns 4.5-point favorites in Memphis. Lakers 8-point dogs in San Antonio. Rockets 6.5-point favorites in Portland. And we got the Warriors laying 6.5 on Milwaukee. Ron Romanelli, how you feeling?
I'm pissed off about those Lakers yesterday. I had the Pelicans plus the points up by like 6-7 at the end of the 6-7, here you go. But at the end of the third quarter, and then they blew it. And LeBron had an 8-0 run himself. It was just, I gotta give credit to the GOAT. He did it, but not this time. They don't got it tonight. Spurs, I think they're very well equipped for this matchup. I just don't think Lakers defensively were strong in that fourth quarter last night. I don't think so for 4 quarters here. I think the Spurs win this game in blowout fashion. I'll lay the points with San Antonio.
Ashley, how you feeling?
I'm looking at the Thunder here. We were talking about letdown spot for Charlotte potentially. I think this is a bounce back spot for the Thunder. Jazz have just been absolutely horrible across the board, and they've struggled even more than usual on the road. Thunder obviously dominant at home. They've been double-digit favorites in just about every game, but they have covered the last 3, laying more than 17 points. So I'll take OKC here to lay the big points at home.
Thunder Buddies. Tony T, how you feeling? Muted.
Yeah, I'm looking here at the Clippers here, plus the points against the Knicks. Harden is still questionable, maybe in street clothes. We'll see. Maybe he's enjoying New York. But anyway, we've seen some improvement from this Clippers team. Got the win against the Warriors, and over the past 2 weeks, it's been shooting and defense there for this Clippers team. New York, it's not going too well for the Knicks of late. They missed the cover 9 of 10. Shooting has been bad. Over the past 2 weeks, their defense has been bad, allowing 50% shooting, 41% from 3. We're now Mark Brown is facing his first real test here with the Knicks as a Knicks coach. Everything was humpty-dory, great. Now things have gone the other direction, and that's where he has his weakness as a head coach. We saw that in Sacramento, right? When things got bad, they got worse. That's kind of been his pattern of coaching. So I didn't like the firing the Tibbs, and you're going to find out why right here. I'll take the Clippers here plus the points in that spot. Let's see. I like the Jazz better when they're getting 18.5. Now I'm going to stay away from that one here. Let's see here. Give me the Trailblazers getting the points here against the Rockets. Rockets defense has gone. Well, I guess when they lost Dylan Brooks, they probably lost their defensive presence here because their defense has gone south a little bit. They're not covering spreads. They failed to cover 5 of 8 issues on defense here. Again, 48% overall, 40% from 3. We didn't see that when last year with this Rockets team. The defense has gone south. I'll look at Portland in the spot. Yeah, I can only look at the Bucks getting the points here against the Warriors. The Warriors' issues over the past 2 weeks has been defense, giving up 51%, 38% from 3. Giannis is back here, and they've been making their threes, and I'll take the points there with Milwaukee.
I'm gonna go the other way in that one. I'm gonna take the Warriors in Valhalla and Chase Center. I think you see the Warriors this sizable of a favorite for good reason. Draymond is a game time decision. I think he plays, and I think we ain't really seen it in a while, but I think tonight's the night Curry. I think we see Mr. Wardell tonight. Lullaby put him to sleep. One of those style games, man. The light skinned man. Yeah, I think the light skinned man gets active tonight. One of those. So I'm gonna take the Warriors in that one. I think Ron's insane. I think everybody's insane. I honestly don't even think the Spurs are the better team. I think the Lakers are the better team, and I'm taking the Lakers plus the 8. I'm taking the Lakers straight up on the money line, and I'm putting it on the shoulders of the best player on the floor. I think a lot of people think it's number 1. It is not. It will be 7-7, and I think he lets the world know that yet again tonight.
It's terrible.
Okay. Lakers been playing well, man, the last few games. And that's why I said last night I could not fade them last night. It wasn't a great spot, but as an avid Mavs fan, as a Luka Doncic watcher over his entire career, like I've seen this. Like this, they're pacing. They're just pacing right now. LeBron's slowly but surely ramping up. Like, man, I think this is one of them where the Spurs now overrated. Everybody pumping their chests out because they beat the Thunder a couple times. Based on what? Since when? Since, you know what I mean? Like, hell no. And I think this line is inflated because.
What do you think about Wemby in a back-to-back here, right? He played 21 minutes yesterday, 30 points in 21 minutes. So what do you think they're going to do with his minutes here? You know, obviously his history of injuries.
Yeah. I think I'm not really too worried about it, to be honest. ESPN game, too. Like, league needs this game right here to be good tonight. I hate talking like that, but the NBA needs a good game here tonight. Like, if you can't get Luka in LA with LeBron still on the floor, with Wemby out there on ESPN to be a good game, then the league is in severe trouble. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, well, this is when the NBA misses the referee Nick Pavetta because he was good for that.
So, you know what I mean? It's just one of those, man. Give me the points in my back pocket, and I'm taking the outright money line. You can't. I think they're trying to inflate the line to trick some people off. They ain't tricking me off.
They're not doing that.
I think so. I do. Because other than that, bro, it don't even make sense. This game, like, the Spurs are not this much better than the Lakers based on nothing. Based on made-up shit. So
if this was any other team, Luka Doncic wasn't on this team, you'd say back-to-back with travel against one of the best teams in the league that just beat the Thunder Buddies, and you take the Spurs.
Spurs are also on the back end of a back-to-back with travel, though. Like, and they're not playing all that well.
Well, if Luka wasn't on this team, you would see James and everyone else on the injury report, right? That's the difference. Like Michael Jordan said, why he played hurt, because when your star sits, everyone sits.
Yeah. We'll see. See if I'm right or wrong. Give me the Thunder Buddies, man. Bounce back at home. They've already flooded the Jazz twice this year. They should do it for a third time. And Memphis. I know Suns been balling. We've been on them Suns. They've been an ATS darling, ATS demon. I don't really trust them in the rogue favorite role, though. Not on Memphis. I know Memphis is on the back end of a back-to-back, but Memphis is balling. Like, especially at home. We had them yesterday. I think they could shock the world again. Give me the Grizzlies. All right. And that's it. That's all, y'all. We did it. We covered everything under the sun. We got some college football coming up over the next couple of days, and we got NFL playoffs over the weekend. Ashley, is there any game that just jumps off the page that you might want to talk about now, or something that just intrigues you?
I will be having a premium with tomorrow's game. I really like tomorrow's game, so should be a good one. So I can't say too much, but
fair enough.
Should be a fun weekend.
Tony T, any playoff action in the NFL or college football that, you know, just an early look or anything like that?
I'm telling you right now, I'm seeing 11s now with the Rams at Circa, and if it gets 11, I'm Carolina all the way. I've not been a big fan of this Rams. I mean, Rams team, their defense. I'm not sold on their defense. You know, that's the problem with LA. Not a big fan of their secondary, and their offense can be stalled as well. And you faced a dead team in Arizona, and you were outplayed for almost 3 quarters, and we went all out to get this game. And Carolina knows you went all out to get them. They'll be ready. If I get 11, I'll be definitely on the Panthers side.
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm gonna tell y'all right here, right now. That's what I'll say. What's the saying? What they be saying? A phantom looks like a Rolls Royce until a Rolls Royce pulls up. Like, so when I say that, I know the Jags looking real good. I know Trevor Lawrence been looking like that guy. You know, they riding an 8-9 game win streak. All right. Wait till that real Rolls Royce pulls up in the parking lot. 1-7. Actual MVP. And we'll see, Mr. Trevor Lawrence. We'll see. So, yeah, I like Buffalo now.
Yeah, Jags have a young defense that makes mistakes with coverages and angles, but can their speed overcome it? I think that's the question there.
Yeah. Ron, any early look or anything interesting?
Well, for one of the college football game on Friday, I'm going to have one of my biggest plays of the year, one of my biggest bets of the year in that game. But for the Thursday game, man, that's going to be a great game. I mean, it would be really special if Miami could do it, because I know Mitch he would be going crazy about this run from Miami. The defense has been out unbelievable, but then you got Ole Miss. What a game they put on last week themselves. Chambliss, and from D2 now to a superstar quarterback in the SEC, and it's just that's a great game. This is exactly the type of game that the college football playoff hoped this would be. The 10 seed and 6 seed, and still two really, really good teams. This is exactly what they were hoping for when they extended the playoffs. So some great college football. NFL, should be great matchups as well. That Packers-Bears game keeps going back and forth with the spread. Now Green Bay the favorite. So some great football this weekend for sure.
5 days of amazing football coming up, man. I can't wait. Starting tomorrow. So we'll be right here to break it down for y'all right here on this show and on this channel.
Big move on the Eagles from an opener of 3 to 4.5. I'm a
little nervous about that one because I like the Niners a good bit outright, but I'm a little nervous with that line move. Somebody must know something, or
I think it's an overreaction to how San Francisco played last week.
I kind of think so.
I agree with that. Yeah,
me too. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, y'all. That's it, man. Money Making Wednesday, the first one of 2026. Ron Romanelli, you dominated 2025, enjoying a solid start to 2026. What you got going on today over at PickDawgz Premium?
I've got my college basketball bank shot best bet. That's my top play in college hoops each day. We're on a 25-7 bank shot run, so about 78%. So looking to cash that play. I've also got 2 plays in the NBA, another play in college hoops. Those are in a 3-pack. And like I said, Friday, we had 2 really big college football plays recently. One was on Ole Miss over Georgia. The other was on SMU over Arizona. Those were 2, Ole Miss outright win, SMU blowout win. My third biggest play, or really, and just as big as the other 2, is going to be Friday. So check it out. I'm going to be releasing that after the show.
Hop on Ron Romanelli, man. Continue to kick the crap out of the books. One of the sharpest in the game. Ashley, what you got going on today over at PickDawgz Premium?
Yeah, I only have one premium today as my NHL best bet of the day. We've been crushing hockey recently, 12-3 in our last 15. Overall, we've been hot to 16-6 just over the last week. That extends to 20-7 dating back a couple weeks. So we've been hot. You can hop on that NHL play today. Later today, I'll also be releasing my play tomorrow for the Miami Ole Miss game. So looking forward to it. We'll have a couple NFL games this weekend too. Should be a good next few days.
Hop on with Ashley, y'all. Get ready for a great weekend of action. Continue to kick the crap out of the books. Tony, what you got going on?
I got my best bet here from college basketball up there right now. So get on board with me over at PickDawgz Premium. Promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15%. Your best value now is getting that long subscription. That 7-day pass got you covered for all the football coming up starting tomorrow. 5 days of playoff football, 2 days from college, 3 days from NFL. Great time of the year to get on board with me over at PickDawgz Premium. Match me up with your favorite capper with the multi-capper promotions. Get on board with me over at PickDawgz Premium. I'll add this note here. SGA has hit the injury report as questionable for Oklahoma City.
There you go. For me today, as of right now, I got one play, my 10-star NBA Jam Session play of the night. It's one of my favorite plays of the season, and I really love it. So I got a pretty penny on it. You guys can scoop that play up. I'm going to add a couple more here in a second, maybe 1 or 2 NBA, maybe a college hoops. So, but I've been red hot. I'm number 1 last 7 days over at PickDawgz. I haven't had a losing day in 2026 yet. I was 3-2 yesterday. So just looking to keep momentum rolling forward, man. Just looking to continue to kick the crap out of the books. Let's keep it rolling. Hop on with me. Pair me up with Ron, Ashley, or Tony, or all of us, or anybody else. And let's make it another profitable week, month, year, however you want to do it. You can do it, man. Parlay time. Parlay. Parlaying up, Mr. Romanelli.
We cashed it yesterday. Me and Brian we had the same parlay. Let's try to get another one. I'm going to go with the San Antonio Spurs in a blowout. I'll lay the points. I'll take the Calgary Flames, get some plus money on our side on the money line, and let's get some more plus money. Alabama money line over Vandy.
Boo. What was the second one?
Calgary Flames.
And then the third one, boo. Ashley, how you feeling?
I'll pair up the Senators today with a couple NBA. You can lay the points with the Thunder, and then let's throw the Hornets money line in there.
Okay, see, now that's a parlay I like. There we go. Tony T.
Yeah, I'm going to go here with Grand Canyon plus the points, with the Clippers plus the points, and the Trailblazers plus the points.
There you go from Tony T. I'm going to go Celtics lay the points. Hawks lay the points. Sixers lay the points. Behind the woodshed, blowout winner. Just 3 woodsheds in the NBA tonight. We'll see what happens.
I wanted to boo your parlay, but I actually can't.
There we go. See? All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. We'll be back same time, same program tomorrow. If you're wondering where Ruffalo is, he got his wisdom teeth pulled, so he's kind of down for the next couple of days. Send him some kind words in his DM. Tell him, hurry up, back from the meat sweats or something. Just go mess with him. He'll be back. But yeah, other than that, I don't think there's anything else I need to tell y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Romanelli, anything else from you, sir?
Good luck today. Hopefully it's a big weekend in football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ashley, anything else?
Nope. Let's make it a good week and enjoy the last few weeks of football while we have it. Unfortunately,
I know, for real. It came and went so fast.
Always does.
Always does, man. Dang. Tony T, anything else?
Well, everybody have a great week. NBA scheduling in January, pretty rough. We're seeing those Saturday back-to-backs, and we're starting to see guys hit the injury report. We missed those November and December schedules where we had time off for these guys, but now we're ramming and jamming these games, and we're seeing a lot of injuries in the league now.
Yep. Something to keep an eye out on, man. Something to really keep an eye out on. Appreciate y'all. See y'all soon. Make it a winning day. We out of here.